That night, the sky was heavy with black clouds, the moon hidden behind thick layers. Uncle Utno walked alone back to the village, passing by the old banyan tree. Suddenly, before him appeared a stunning young woman. Her face pale and smooth as jade, her eyes shining strangely. She smiled, her voice sweet as honey. Take this comb and remember to brush your hair with it every night. It will bind our fate together. Uncle Oot froze, his heart pounding wildly. Without thinking, he reached out and accepted it. That night, back home, he sat for hours in front of the mirror, combing his hair, overcome with an indescribable obsession. From then on, he changed. His hair grew longer and silkier with each passing day, but his face grew gaunt, his eyes sunken with dark circles. One evening, while the family was eating dinner, Grandma sighed. "This boy looks so pale lately. Don't tell me he's been possessed by a spirit?" Tintin's father frowned. "Maybe he's just been staying out too late, but it's strange. How can his hair grow that fast?" Curious as always, little Tintin often sneaked past Uncle Oot's room at night. He would see his uncle sitting in front of the mirror, combing endlessly, whispering to himself, "Beautiful, so beautiful. She will come. She's waiting for me." Tintin shivered, but his curiosity only grew. One night, he dared to creep into the room. The room was pitch dark, only a sliver of moonlight slipping through the window. As Tintin stepped closer, he spotted something glowing faintly under his uncle's pillow, a strange wooden comb. He quickly reached out and grabbed it. "Ooh, what's this?" he muttered. Uncle Oot spun around, eyes bloodshot, and roared, "You brat! Who told you to touch my things?" Startled, Tintin stammered, "I just wanted to look, Uncle. This comb, it looks creepy. You shouldn't use it." "Get out!" Uncle Ut bellowed, grabbing a rattan whip to chase him. Tintin ran, yelling, "Ah! I didn't do anything. I just wanted to save you." The family rushed over after hearing the commotion. Tintin's mother pushed open the door, only to see Uncle Ut clutching the comb, his hair a tangled mess, eyes glaring wildly. "Oh, heavens, what's wrong with him?" she cried. Breathing heavily, Uncle Ut hid the comb behind his back and stammered, "And no, it's nothing. The kid was just messing around." Peeking from behind his father, Tintin whispered, "No, it's true. He keeps combing every night. I think that comb belongs to a ghost woman." The family exchanged worried looks. Grandpa thumped his cane on the floor and demanded, "There's something strange here. Ut, tell us the truth." But Uncle Ut only lowered his head, biting his lips in silence. That very night, while everyone slept, Uncle Ut suddenly rose from bed, his eyes lifeless. He clutched the comb and walked straight out of the house. Tintin, half awake, slipped after him. The moon was dim, the wind howled through the trees. The deeper they went into the mountains, the colder Tintin felt. At last, they reached a clearing, and there before Uncle Ut stood a white fox spirit with only one long tail, its crimson eyes gleaming, lips curled into a wicked grin. Uncle Ut knelt down, his hair falling loose, nearly lost in a trance. Tintin panicked, trying everything to wake him, shouting, dancing wildly, even stuffing chicken feathers up his uncle's nose. But nothing worked. In desperation, Tintin gripped the family heirloom, the peachwood sword, and shouted, "Ultimate technique, the eternal bliss strike." He aimed straight at his uncle's backside and jabbed with all his strength. Thud! The hilt sank nearly a third of the way in. Uncle Oot screamed in agony, leaping a meter into the air. In that instant, the dark spell broke, and he regained his senses. Looking around, he burst into tears. "My God, that girl from before! She was a demon! She was going to kill me!" Panting, Tintin grinned stupidly. "So what? Now you're just like her. Look, you've got a tail, too." Uncle Oot turned his head and saw the peachwood sword sticking out from his rear like a tail. He shrieked, "Heavens, help me! Pull it out!" The two fumbled around in chaos until they finally yanked the sword free. Terrified, they bolted down the mountain together as the fox's furious howls echoed behind them. But just as dawn broke, the demon vanished into the mist. Part 2. The Battle with the Fox Spirit. The next morning, the family gathered anxiously. Grandpa ordered a messenger to summon Master Nguyen, the famed Taoist priest. He arrived with solemn presence, his long white beard flowing, his yellow robe embroidered with talismans. After hearing the tale, he stroked his beard and said, "This is no small matter, but fear not. Tonight, I shall capture it." Excited, Tintin strapped a stainless steel pot onto his head as a helmet, grabbed the peachwood sword, and insisted on going along. That night, they climbed the mountain together. The mist was thick, the silence chilling. Suddenly, the fox appeared, its eyes glowing red, laughing wickedly. You dare oppose me, old priest? Master Nguyen raised his staff, slapped on talismans, and chanted incantations. Golden light flared, binding the fox spirit. It screamed furiously, thrashing until the earth trembled. Tintin yelled, Fox demon, fight me instead! I am the holy sword knight of the rice cooker! He charged forward, only to trip on a rock and fall face first, his helmet clanging boom, boom, boom. The fox burst out laughing, staggering with distraction. Good, keep it off guard! Master Nguyen shouted, slapping on another talisman. Uncle Oot trembled, but remembered the night he nearly died. With sudden resolve, he roared, No! I won't lose to you again! He seized the peachwood sword and rushed in beside Tin Tin. Together they attacked. Once again, Tin Tin aimed right at the demon's rear and jabbed with a mighty thrust. Thud! The fox howled in agony, its body convulsing violently. Master Nguyen seized the moment, chanting his final spell. A blazing golden light erupted, sealing the demon into a jade vessel. As dawn broke, the mountain fell silent once more. Back at home, the family rejoiced. Grandma scolded Tin Tin through tears. You reckless child, what if something happened to you? Munching on a rice cake, Tin Tin grinned proudly. No worries, Grandma. Thanks to my poking strike, Uncle Ut is now the most famous two-tailed man in the whole village. The family burst out laughing. Uncle Ut blushed crimson, clutching his sore bottom as he ran off, while Tin Tin stood tall, his stainless steel helmet gleaming in the morning sun like a goofy little hero. After being sealed inside the jade vessel, everyone in the village felt at ease, believing that the calamity had finally ended. Master Daoist Nguyen sternly warned, this jade vessel must be kept inside the shrine, worshipped carefully. If there is any negligence, the demon may escape. Grandfather nodded. Rest assured, I will guard it well. But Tin Tin wasn't convinced. He often peeked at the vessel, sometimes even poking it with a bamboo stick to see if anything moved inside. One stormy night, thunder rumbled and lightning split the sky. Inside the shrine, the jade vessel trembled violently. A small crack appeared, and with a sharp crack, the vessel shattered, white smoke billowing out. From within the mist emerged the fox spirit. At first, it still had only one tail. Escaping into the deep mountains, the fox fled to Moon Mountain, a place whispered about in ancient legends. It was said that once every 100 years on the peak, a blood moon would appear, and any demon that absorbed its crimson light would evolve. Hidden in the thick fog, the fox swallowed the blood-red moonlight. But it didn't stop there. Disguising itself as a beautiful maiden, it lured a group of woodcutters who had lost their way. When they dropped their guard, the fox drained them of blood and souls, using their life force to perform a dark ritual. At the end of the rite, black smoke gathered behind it, twisting into a second tail. 2 months later, it returned to the village, stronger than ever. At that very moment, Tin Tin was running around with his trusty stainless steel pot helmet when he heard strange noises near the shrine. Curious, he peeked inside, only to nearly drop his pot in shock. Oh my heavens, 2 months ago it only had one tail, and now it's got two! Its tails grow faster than Uncle Ut's hair. The fox snarled and lunged at him. Tin Tin screamed and bolted, yelling at the top of his lungs as he tore through the village. Grandma! Dad! Uncle Ut, help me! The two-tailed fox is back from the dead! The household was thrown into chaos. Grandfather grabbed his staff, grandmother prayed frantically, mother and father bolted the doors, while poor Uncle Ut clutched his rear and went pale. This time, I'm really done for. A messenger was sent in haste, and soon Master Daoist Nguyen returned to the village. His brows furrowed as he listened. This is bad. It has evolved into a two-tailed fox demon, 10 times stronger than before. If we do not destroy it now, it will drain the life of the entire village. Tin Tin raised his hand eagerly. I'll go too. I am the holy sword knight of the rice cooker. What's there to fear? The Taoist narrowed his eyes. You only cause trouble. But Uncle Ut muttered quietly. No, master. Thanks to that boy, I escaped last time, though it was rather embarrassing. That night, the group ventured deep into the forest. Mist swirled thick, and owls hooted eerily. Suddenly, out of the shadows, the two-tailed fox emerged, its body larger than before. The two tails lashed down, smashing rocks and soil. Pathetic Taoist! Tonight you die! Master Nguyen immediately cast his talismans, golden light bursting forth. But the fox only sneered. Its two tails twisted together and swept across, shattering the formation with ease. Seeing this, Tin Tin leapt out, shouting, "You leave the Taoist alone! Rice cooker cannon, fire!" He hurled his pot straight into the fox's face. Boom! The demon staggered. Uncle Oot cried out, "Good one! Now it's my turn." He grabbed the peachwood sword, trembling yet determined, and charged. But Tin Tin yelled, "Uncle, let's use the old move, the Eternal Bliss Strike." Uncle Ut's face turned ashen. "No! Don't you dare poke me again!" Tin Tin grinned slyly. "Not you this time!" The fox's butt. Together, they moved. Tin Tin distracted the demon, while Uncle Ut, holding his breath, lunged from behind. With a perfect thrust, the peachwood sword rammed right into the fox's backside. Ah! The demon shrieked, its power spinning out of control. The two tails whipped violently, creating a furious windstorm. Master Nguyen seized the chance, chanting loudly, "Demon-sealing talisman, release!" Golden light engulfed the fox, burning its two tails to ashes. The creature howled in agony, its body convulsing before crumbling into black dust, leaving behind only a charred comb on the ground. At dawn, the group limped back to the village. Grandmother scolded through tears. "Heavens, you nearly gave me a heart attack." Tin Tin puffed out his chest proudly. "See? Thanks to the legendary butt poke technique, our village is safe again." Uncle Oot's face turned beet red. "Shut up. This time I did the poking, not you." Tin Tin blinked innocently. "Exactly. You've learned my secret technique. That makes you the second master of butt poking." The villagers roared with laughter, while Uncle Ut clutched his sore rear and ran off in shame. Tin Tin stood tall, his stainless steel pot gleaming in the morning sun.